Palenque is one of my favorite things. I was in Palenque, I don't know how many 100 times. We are here, Palenque is in Mexico. You should go there sooner or later. This pyramid is called the Temple of Inscription. And in 1952, up there, they call it Temple of Inscription because in here you found 716 inscriptions. That's why Temple of Inscription. In 1952, Professor Dr. Rutz, he was a Mexican married with a French lady. He discovered on the ground here some sort of lines. They opened inside a stone, and inside the pyramid they found a stairway. But in 1952, the stairway was completely full with stones. So they had to put out all the stone. It took 3 years before they arrived 7.5 meters under the pyramid in the ground. And they finally stood before a great door. The door had the form of a triangle. This was the first time that they saw something in the form of a triangle. Of course, there was no bar at that time. That was made later for the tourists. So they opened this door, and inside they saw a big stone. I say big because that's 3.80 meter long, 2.20 meter large. A heavy load of 9 tons. It's all one block, not composited. One block, one monolith. And on the stone, an incredible engraving. First you see something around here, starts up, continues here, like a frame. And in the center of the frame, a man is sitting, a figure, bending forward, almost like a racing motorcyclist. He has his nose on some sort of mask. He uses his hands to manipulate control. You clearly see the upper hand here, his knob. The lower hand, you see his 4 fingers. He's sitting on a chair. The heel of his left foot is on a sort of pedal. And out of the frame, you see a linking flame. Now, when this was discovered in 1952, archaeologists have, and by the way, there is a writing around this frame, and only part of the writing was translated. The rest we cannot translate. But according to the writing, it made clear that this figure was Pakal. Pakal is the second last ruler of the city of Palenque. So then, in 1952, the Professor Dr. Rutz, he said, well, Pakal is sitting in the open mouth of a mythological monster. You see this here and this down should be the 2 teeth of the mythological monster. And Pakal is sitting inside. So he falls into the mythological monster. He falls into the earth. But out of his body, a living cross, the cross of life, or the living tree is coming. They interpreted in 1952, what I said is looks like a linking flame. These are just the stylized hairs of the beard of the weather god. Terrible. Anyhow, the situation changed since 1952 in the academic books. In the meantime, 14 different explanations have come forward about Palenque. And the newest explanation came from 2 American professors from the University of Texas. They both have the same name because it's the father and the son. Their name is Stewart. And they are the best epigraphs. Epigraphs means translator in Maya language. Absolutely the best today, accepted by all the Maya archaeologists. And these 2 fellow professor and son, they say no. It is Pakal, that's true. But Pakal is not falling into the open mouth of a mythological monster. He's not falling into the earth. This is not the tree of life or the cross of life. And this is not the stylized hairs of the beard of the weather god. Every detail, everything can be explained cosmologically. Pakal is leaving the earth. He's flying away from the earth, out into the universe. So the new translations come now close to my meaning. Now, during all these past years, since 1952, I was attacked and accused that I look at this picture the wrong way. We look at it this way, but in reality, we should look upward down, principle. It looks like this. Now, when I see this with my imagination, it immediately brings me to another continent. Let's fly shortly to another place. I came back here. When you go to Asia, you have this gigantic temple, Borobudur. The Borobudur is in Indonesia. Composed of hundreds of these things here, they are called stupa. The stupa in Buddhism has different meanings. It's 14 different meanings. One of the meaning of the stupa is that this is the small vehicle with which you reach the big vehicles of the gods. You need a small vehicle, you have to make certain praise, certain movements, and then you reach the big vehicles of the gods. That's why all these stupas are not empty. In every stupa, someone is sitting. In that case, the young Buddha. It's a Buddhist temple. And what is he doing in here? Look, he's sitting with his elbows like this, and he's manipulating some controls. Let's go back to Palenque, where we were before. If you look at it this way, here he's sitting with his elbows. He's manipulating the controls. Maybe this is the real way to look at it.